start it. And guys, this is super informal. So like, just shout if you have a question. If it's not urgent and you want to just put it in the chat, that's fine too. But it doesn't bother me if you want to ask me a question, okay? And let me, okay. So first, I just want to talk about like regular news stuff that's going on with Beachbody. So this month, April, the Ultimate Portion Fix was launched. You may have saw that on the team page. But they have $20 off the Ultimate Portion Fix Challenge Pack this month. So that's a good deal. And if you don't know much about that, definitely go to like the Coach 411 page. There's a video for sure there that they did with Autumn just to give you more information about it. But basically, I think of it like a combo of the 2B mindset and the portion. They kind of melded it together into this Ultimate Portion Fix. And so it has videos to go with it, like how to get your family to eat healthy and about just emotional eating. Like it just kind of encompasses everything around, like not just the portions, just about eating and how to do it as a lifestyle, basically. So that is the deal this month. And also there's free shipping on apparel, which I thought was interesting. I really like our stuff. I don't usually like to pay the shipping, so that's cool. And the 21-day fix real time, if you don't know what that is, basically they're revamping all the 21-day fix workouts and they're doing them live. And so that started on Monday. And so they'll go through the 21-day fix regular, and then they're going to start the 21-day fix extreme on April 29th. And so you can still be a part of that because they'll still be there. Like if you bought it today and you wanted to start, you could go back and start Mondays. Because I'm thinking I'm going to start it like in about a week and a half and do kind of a group around it then, because I just wasn't ready to start it up yet. But I want to still take advantage of the sale for our customers. So that's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to say something real quick. My reception is really bad in my little trailer here. So
Okay.
if you don't see me at some point, it's because I just can't stay connected.
Okay. Are you having trouble hearing me? Is anyone else having trouble hearing me, or is it just your internet? Hey, Kate.
Hi. I'm assuming it's me because you're kind of cutting in and out, but I can see my bars are going in and out. So.
I gotcha. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. And someone else, if you're having trouble hearing me, just let me know, okay? So if I know it's me, I can fix it, okay? Or I can fix it.
I'll tell you, on my end, you're actually better than you were the other day.
I'm using my husband's computer, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'll have to tell him. I'm like hiding out in my bedroom, you guys. We have like 4 kids over here. And my sister, and anyways, like lots of family. So it's crazy out there. Okay, so I was just talking about the real-time 21-day fix. And I think that was the last thing I was really going to talk about as far as news goes. Is just that sale is going on now and that the real-time 21-day fix is going on. So I'm thinking this is week 5 of Transform 20 for me. So then I'll finish next week. And I think I might do a prep week the following week for the Ultimate Portion Fix, plus the 21-day fix real time. I'm still tweaking that, but I'm going to do something so that I don't totally miss the launch. And I don't want you guys to miss the launch either, since it is April. So I just want to take advantage of that. So I'll be giving you more details on that as I kind of figure out what's going to really work the best. And of course, you guys can invite and add to it as well. I'm still adding to my April Fit Club. So invite, that's what I'm doing. And I've just been turning my boot camp, like my year-long Fit Club, and doing like each month is a new theme. And I do a new video and I do the prep post. So you guys can add to that whenever you want. Just like give me an email and let me know. Like it's no big deal. That's how I've kind of made it where I can invite all year long, you know, instead of just when I have a special thing going on. Okay. And then as far as like the call portion of this, I'm going to be talking about basics tonight because we do have several new coaches, and I think it never hurts to rehear about the vital behaviors and the basics. So, and I also want to take any questions if you guys have them, okay? So basically, I just wanted to start from like what the vital behaviors are, because I know some of you are in the training, some of you have been through it and, you know, are beyond that, but hopefully a refresher never hurt anyone. But like the first vital behavior is be proof that the products work. So just make sure you're drinking your shake every day and that you're getting your workout in every day. And if you don't have a program that you're doing yet, like that's something you should focus on, is doing a program start to finish. Like whatever it is, even if it's not the new one coming out or whatever, do something because you need to work on you first. Like you should always be in that phase of working on yourself, and then everyone else kind of comes from that, okay? I promise your journey is the most important part, and then helping other people from that, okay? And then the second vital behavior is invite. You, of course, you have to invite people to do it with you. Because no one, I mean, every once in a while you're going to get a random person. Of course, it's going to see what you're doing and ask you about it, but you need to be consistently inviting people every day. And the third vital behavior is recognition, and that's just shouting out challengers, friends, coaches, like anybody that's just rocking it on their journey, rocking it with their business, anything like that. You can recognize them. And one of the ways that I found really helpful to do this is I love recognizing people in my stories. Like, I think it's so much fun, and I think other people like to see it too. And so, like, I like to go through my challenge tracker portal and, like, just, like, you guys have probably been recognized before, just, like, showing awesome pictures of you guys rocking it out on there, or, like, comments that you guys have said. I think it's fun. And it's a good way for people to see what you're doing in the challenge group. And then the last one, which is certainly not the least, I would say it's actually the most important, along with being on your journey, is personal development. Like, this is one that's so easy to skip or let slip by, but it's the one that's going to transform you the most. And Barbie, I always say she's like the queen of personal development, always finding awesome stuff for us to listen to, and sharing that. And I think that's so awesome. She's always working on her journey, and that is what is the most important, because you have to be right inside to be able to help other people, you know? And it's going to give you that confidence, and it's going to give you, like, one of the biggest things I hear is, like, you're worried about what other people think. Like, I was the same way, and you just have to get to where you're not, or what doesn't bother you, and that personal development is the work that's going to do that. So basically, I know I've shared this with you guys before, but that Success Club system tracker, I think it's called BAT, Business Activity Tracker, that Beachbody made is incredible. Like, it is literally, I know you guys, it's going to be backwards, but I have it on our team page, Limitless Crew, and I can just tag you, and if you don't know where it is, I can find it and tag you, or you can look through, you can search, and it should pop up. Guys, it's amazing. It goes through the vital behaviors and tells you what to do, and you just check the box and you do it. Like, and then I use, which I know I've shared this with you guys, what I use to track. Some people use Teamsy. Some people just use something else on their computer. I think there's a system that maybe Google has that you can use. I like pen and paper. That's what I use. So if you just make sure you're tracking it and you use that business activity tracker, like, literally you get everything you need to get done, like the vital things, and then everything else is extra. I very much, back in October, a lot of you probably hear me reference October a lot, because October is when I decided I was going to be consistent 5 days a week. Like, I consider my business hours Monday through Friday. Like, those are my working days, and then I do just extras on the weekend. And I decided that that's when I was going to be consistent, and I was going to actually see what being consistent every day did for my business. And I used this. That's when I started using this, and that's when I was consistent. And I've seen an incredible change. I mean, I was already, like, still finding success in being inconsistent, just not the success I was looking for, if that makes sense. Like, I was still getting paychecks and still helping people. But once I really buckled down and focused on that, like, it was just insane. Like, I was helping more people. I was able to bring in more income, and I was just super motivated by that. And then, so it always brings me back to being consistent and using the tracker and making sure I get my stuff done. So I just can't stress that enough. So if you haven't printed that off or found a system that works for you, I really challenge you to find one. And, like, if for some reason this is hard for you or you need to switch it up, like, we can talk about that. Just let me know. We can figure out what's going to work for you. And one thing I was talking to Katie about it. What were we talking about, Katie? Now I can't even remember what I was going to say. Gosh darn it. It was about, follow-ups. It was about follow-ups. And just how important that is. When I started like making a list of people that weren't ready now, or they said no, but they responded to my invite, but it was a no, I still wrote them down. And I was like, so in October, I would have a list for November follow-up. And then I'd have a December. Like sometimes people will be like, oh, let me, I'll be ready in January. Of course, that was my popular one in October. And so I would just have month lists for if they told me a certain month, and if they didn't tell me a certain month, I'd be like, hey, I'll check back with you for my next one. That was next month. And so having that follow-up list, total game changer for me, because my fortune really is in the follow-up, you guys. Like people are eventually ready to do this and ready because they're going to continue following you and see what's happening and then decide that they're actually ready to do it. So consistency, follow-up, vital behaviors, like it works. So anyways, I told you it was pretty like simple what I had to share with you because I just didn't have a specific topic. I thought that'd be good to start with. And then if you guys have any questions or struggles you've had right now, we could do a little bit of a Q&A. That'd be totally fine. Does anybody have any questions?
I have a question about how you guys
How I got what?
how you guys invite.
How I do my invites?
I saw Lily's post this morning. How she posted, drop a comment. Do you guys? I would really like to post. Do you guys do that a lot for invites, or is it mostly just through private invites, like through?
Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're saying. Like you're talking like call to actions, like at the bottom of a post when I say drop an emoji or let me know if you want to do it. That is totally not counted as an invite for me. I use it as on the business activity tracker, it says like, did you post today and have a call to action or share about your healthy lifestyle? And that's what I use it for. And then my invites, they are personal invites or they're through stories. They're like people who watch my stories and I send them a message that way. That's a good question though. I definitely use those as my invites. Yeah. Because if you notice, by the way, don't freak out when people don't like your stuff or don't comment. It's easy to, especially if you're worried like about, what other people are thinking about you. But like, go check out my post today. I think I have like 5 likes on it or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at it for a while, but I was like I thought to myself, well, that was kind of a dumb of a post, like, but whatever. Like, it had a call to action on it, and a lot of times people just scroll on by. Like, and that's fine because they saw it. Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna remember it later, so it's not a big deal.
I started doing more stories. The more I do stories, and I get more traction, I get more people paying attention to what I'm doing versus just putting a post out there. So
Yeah,
I like that.
Absolutely.
Consistency doing that. But here's one thing I have a hard time with. It's like when you guys do your stories, I'm not quite sure how you're doing it because I'm using my regular camera. But how do you guys do those where you're working out and recording? Because
Yes,
you're like
I need to know that too. How do you do the videos?
Yeah. So what I do, and Katie, you can chime in if you do it different than me for sure. I do have this little thing, but honestly, I use my Shakeology bottle, and I just sit my phone on the table in front of me, or the piano, or whichever room I'm in, the bar, and I just sit it up against it. And Instagram has a hands-free option, and I just click that, and so I just do short segments. I just do it that way.
pretty much like live video.
I don't do it that way.
Okay. I didn't think you did. I thought you did it later. So you can tell us how you do it.
Well, just so like to give them options, because I was thinking that that's how you did yours, and I feel like your way is smarter. But
sometimes I have to stop my way. It'll slow me down sometimes. So go ahead and share yours. I think I know what you.
So I just use my camera. Like I use my video in my camera, and then I get to. It's actually really self-serving, which I don't like, but I can pick and choose what I load.
Well, that's yours.
So, but it's actually a disservice to me because this morning my sister I think is very close to signing up because she keeps asking more and more questions. But she was like, I think I really like because she's like, I can't wait to like wake up in the morning and watch your stories. Like she's a troll on the stories.
That's so sweet, though.
But so this morning she said, it looks like your workout is all legs. And I was like, oh girl, that's just like a huge misconception that I'm portraying because I'm terrible at upper body. And so I don't post it, which is a disservice to it. Cause I am getting stronger. And so I need to like post the upper body too, but I don't. So anyway, so I do the camera on the camera, and then in Instagram, it breaks it up to segments. And if you tap on the specific segments, you can delete the ones that you don't want to upload.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have to long press it, or do you just tap it? I can't remember.
I tap it twice. I don't
Tap
know.
it twice. Okay. I always get confused with that. Maybe that's why, because I think I'm trying to long press and you probably tap it twice.
It might be long press. I don't really know.
No, I think you're right, because I always struggle with it. So it's probably because I hit it twice. By the time I'm frustrated, I've hit it again. That's funny.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carolyn.
Carly, when you're doing the hands free, so you tap it,
yeah,
and you're doing your workout, and so it just runs out, and we're seeing like the beginning of each segment of that workout. Is that what you're doing?
It's a little bit of both. Sometimes I'll do the whole, if it's 30 seconds, I'll do the whole 30. If it's a minute, I usually will do it and then you do what Katie's saying and just delete a phase of it if it's very long. But I usually do have to pause my workout. That's why I don't do very many segments, because I don't like to pause it that much. But
okay,
does that kind of make sense? But usually, yeah, it's not the whole segment because I'm running up and back and forth. I like Katie's method, but I hate going back later and doing it. That's why I don't. I'm lazy because it's just faster for me to do it right then. Otherwise, I'm like over it, But it's just, I think it's your preference. And I know some people who go back with some app called Cut Story and maybe add music. But then I've heard some people that say the music doesn't always work on Instagram. So I don't know.
I tried the cut thing and it is a lot.
Yeah, to me that seemed like a lot of work. The way you're doing it seems a little simpler. Yeah. So yeah, you kind of find what works for you, but that's good that you asked. So now you actually know what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing 1985 style. It's like it's taken me 3 years to get in.
Hey, doesn't matter how long it takes. You've been working on your journey the whole time. So I think that's awesome.
For recognition, since I don't have any challenge.
Just use our group.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Does anyone really care? Like if I just like picture of Katie and say, hey, you're rocking it,
right.
Just that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares. The only thing I try to be aware of is if they posted something and maybe that they would have only posted it in the group, I might just shout them out with their text, or I might, I just try to think like, do you know what I'm saying? If I would have posted that, but I've just been posting it for the group. I don't know if that makes sense. Like when I'm scrolling through, I don't mind, but if I'm like focusing in on one person, I just, like one time someone wrote, so glad I'm sharing this in the group. And I thought, oh, I better not recognize them for that, because they were really taking, because everyone's in there, for the accountability and they're comfortable with each other. So I never want to take advantage of somebody's comfort. So just kind of, I use discretion, and I don't think anyone minds being counted out, especially if it's just some cute picture of them on their Instagram you got, or Facebook. You could just use a regular picture and be like, dude, she was crushing it in our challenge group. She really inspired me today, or something like that.
I'd like to get.
And I've seen you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say,
go ahead.
People a big idea of what actually fails, not just that buddy on my living room ground. Like if people could get a better understanding of like the whole group, that's what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah, exactly. It helps people understand how the group works, what you even do.
I'm not just with my dog. Yeah, I don't want to look psycho.
You don't look psycho.
You don't look psycho.
What were you saying, Carolyn?
I've seen you take it and cross out some of, from the challenge group. You've crossed out, you've like part of it, and then you've, masked out part that maybe was too personal.
Yeah, I think that is, I was trying to remember how I did it. I knew I had I think I just used the pen sometimes.
Yeah.
And write on it, yeah, for sure.
I have to drop off because it's really choppy for me. I can't. So I'll come back and look at the recording, and see what I missed. Okay.
Sounds good. Carolyn, thanks for hopping on.
All
Bye,
right.
Michael.
Bye.
Good night.
Night. Okay. Do y'all have any other questions or comments or anything?
This one is, I feel like we've covered it before in the app, but my app is still messed up. Like it wouldn't, like I had to manually post my workout this morning, and then I've seen it this evening, like right before we came on, and then again since we've been on.
Yeah.
It's like your workout's been added.
Just honestly, I would just disable that and I would just manually do it. Because you're not the only one. Micah was actually talking about it in a thread today, how, because people were asking about it, and she was like, yeah, I just manually log mine because it does that. So I think it's just such a glitch, and I don't know. I'm sure they'll fix it, like if enough people are saying something about it. But in the meantime, it is super frustrating. I just disconnected mine.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's I mean, that's better than, because
Yeah.
it's like messing, like not that it matters. I don't feel like it matters, but it's messing up my tracking.
Yeah, it used to tell me I did like 3 workouts or something a day, and then I was
That's
like,
where I'm at today. I think.
no, I just did 1.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of wonky. I don't get it, so I just log, and I'm already logging in 2 groups, and I think you are too. So I just am like, whatever, I'll just log them in both. So I just copy and paste and then go back to it.
So, I actually had a follow-up question from our conversation yesterday. For people that object to the financial side of it, what is the minimum, like, what's the minimum PV that they have to maintain an active coach level?
It's 50.
50?
50 volume, which is around $50. It's not exact, but it's yeah.
Okay.
So like for my husband, I just keep him on Energize and Hydrate because he doesn't drink the shakes every day. He likes them, but he doesn't drink them every day. And I drink the Energize and Hydrate every day, and that keeps him active. It keeps him 60 or 70 PV. So, and it's reasonable. I mean, so yeah, that's good to know because that's something you can chat with them about. Any other questions? It's so fun being on here. I'm sorry, Barbie, that we haven't done them. I know you like the calls, and I've been slacking, so I'm really glad you're on. I like them too. I won't be as lazy. We'll do one next month too, I promise.
Yeah, sounds good.
Barbie, how long have you been coaching?
I started my struggle. Didn't call it a struggle. I started almost 3 years ago, I think.
You just started a few months after I did, I think.
You know, what's funny is like when you were talking about the personal development, it's like I didn't realize like how bad I felt inside until I started doing the personal development. And it was kind of like a breakdown of like, oh no, I have a lot of stuff to work on before I can work on the outside. I really have a lot to do on the inside.
Yeah, but you've done a lot too. I mean,
yeah, I completely.
Just how much you're talking in this call. Like I remember at the beginning, like you wouldn't have done that at all.
No, I wouldn't even have the video running. Like there's no way. So
yeah.
It's definitely happening. It's a slower process than I thought it would be. So I get myself frustrated with it a little bit, but.
No, but in the scheme of life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Teenagers and all that other drama that comes with it. So getting through.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
Barbie, progress is progress, no matter how slow. I keep telling myself that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions? Well, I got you on here. It's okay if you don't. I'm going to just save the recording. And then if you think of something else, you can just comment below this or the other post or whatever. Or message me. Not a big deal. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And then